Okay, so after 2 weeks of near unwatchable Raws and SmackDowns that have been very good, I'm really shocked at how the E knew that Roman was gone due to leukemia and that Braun was going to be out because of his elbow injury. And they did a clean sweep at Survivor Series, which no one talks about anymore. What they should have done, it would have been pretty easy for the writers to have done, would have been, okay, we clean sweep Survivor Series. Now we do a superstar shakeup. Why? If you do one after WrestleMania, it rebalances the cards a little bit. If you do it for Survivor Series, it gives you something to kind of work with, because there's a lull between SummerSlam and Survivor Series where things are kind of meh. There's some good stories, but there's not a lot of really great things going on. From Survivor Series to Royal Rumble is an absolute dead zone when it comes to the WWE. So, my thought would have been, here's what you do. Since they won all these matches, they get to swap some talent around. AOP defeated the Bar. So they do a tag team swap. Here's what I would swap over. I would take from Raw, the Revival. They've lost a bunch of matches, but they did sick work with the Usos and New Day. You put them over on SmackDown. To be honest, Revival Bar would be pretty good. Revival Usos and Revival New Day, great tag team chemistry. You then have your three legitimate tag teams on the exact same show. Who would I swap over? I would bring over the Good Brothers. I would bring over the Club. Why? Because this way when Balor is in these, like multi-beatdown scenarios, the Good Brothers could come out. And at least then it gives them additional face tag team that's got some credibility to them. Because currently, if you look at the face tag situation on Raw, you've got Gable and Roode. Okay, but they're building themselves up. Slater and Rhino. The B team. That's kind of what you've got for your face teams. Swap out the Revival and put in the Good Brothers. All of a sudden you've revigorated the tag divisions on both shows easily. And you've got some backup for your faces. Cool. Even better. Now you have like a surrogate for the Shield. Which works pretty good. When it comes to male talent, I would swap over Andrade Cien Almas with Selena Vega from SmackDown. And I'd send Bray from Raw over to SmackDown. From Raw to SmackDown. Bray did his best work on SmackDown. Where Daniel Bryan is currently as a heel, a reverse alignment, Daniel Bryan, Bray Wyatt, is interesting. If Luke Harper's healthy, Luke Harper, Bray Wyatt, kind of a surrogate to the Wyatt family, works, gives you another good tag team. And I think Bray could do a lot more on SmackDown. I think there's more opportunity for him on SmackDown. Which sounds weird, there's more opportunity on a shorter show. And with Andrade Cien Almas and Selena Vega getting into Alexa Bliss's face, now you have two really strong speaking characters, and they're both small. And then Selena Vega, she can take off Bliss. Bliss can be like, oh, you know what? Yeah, you're taking on some of these people. You're gonna face, Bayley. You're gonna face, Banks. It allows her to do so she can just kind of torture her and still get her in the ring to take on faces, to give the faces something to do. It also allows them to do something like Bayley and Finn Balor versus Almas and Vega. It also puts Almas on a show where he can have some sick feuds. Are you trying to tell me that you can't see Almas and Elias and it'd be a solid feud? Balor, sick in-ring work. Same with Rollins. If you want to do a slower build-up, Lucha Underground. Now, so you've got a really good lucha style in that ring. that's about 5 months of good storyline right there. Almas and Ziggler. There's a lot of really easy things they can do with that character. And now you've got another guy to put in a high work rate match. We don't need to say, oh, it's Rollins versus Ziggler again. No. Rollins Almas. We've seen what Almas could do when he took on Daniel Bryan, when he took on AJ Styles. He can go. You put him in the ring against some of the other workhorses there, and he will put on a fantastic match. Selena Vega do the talking. There you go. And that way, then you put something new. You put someone new also in the women's division. Is she a heavy hitter? No. But you know what? She can do a little bit of something. This I thought about. Sasha Banks would be great over on SmackDown. Then it would be a character refresh for Bayley and for Sasha. But that's who takes her place. If you take Charlotte, then you really hurt the women's division there. You can't take Lana because she's with Rusev. You can't take Naomi because she's with an Uso. You can't take the Iconics because they'll get lost in the shuffle with the Riot Squad. You can't take Rose or DeVille because they'll get lost in the shuffle with the Riot Squad. So Selena Vega would be a good job. She could fill in just enough for women's division, not fully reinvigorate it, but it would be enough to kind of give that additional carry, this little shot in the arm. The additional person who could just who could be very engaged when it comes to the talking perspective. So those quick, basic changes. And all of a sudden it's like, we won Survivor Series, we pick some talent. Okay. It allows both shows to get reinvigorated just a little bit. I'm not talking like a full, let's do a 15-person draft. No, you just do a couple of picks here and there. If you want to pick a main event guy, you can find someone who can fill the spot that Roman left. Or can fill Strowman's spot. I don't know who you really have on SmackDown who fits that mold. Some people are probably thinking, how about instead just didn't send Balor over to SmackDown? I think Balor, he's on TV in the 3-hour spot. He's not used well. I don't think he would fit in a 2-hour slot. We don't see Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles every single week. But I think putting the Revival on SmackDown would help their tag division. Good Brothers on Raw helps that tag division. Almas gives you that workhorse that they desperately need for that second main event. And it also allows you to put Bray Wyatt back on SmackDown, where he can take on some different people. And that way then you've done a little bit of a juggling. Not a huge amount, but just enough to kind of just freshen up the shows just a little bit. Because we only need to freshen up pretty much from November into December. And then January, you have the Royal Rumble. So you need to do something that makes the show fresh and exciting for 2 to 3 months. And I think just doing a few shifts here and there would do wonders when it comes to trying to get Raw to be definitely more watchable. I think additional tag team in there to work their way up, and they give you a couple of solid matches, another workhorse, and someone who can be another different vital role when it comes to the women's division. At the same time, you get to put some people onto SmackDown who aren't being used currently on Raw. And it allows you just to do just enough to tweak some things just here and there. I think that can make Raw significantly more watchable, which as of this point in time, a test pattern would probably be right up there.